That's wisdom. He walks away from drama and gossip because he's built a peace. After a stroke.
Why do people think that because...
You think Tampa's going to be up?
I'm going to beat your ass. What you doing? What the hell you got behind your back? Ain't nobody mad. It's a plate. Oh, so it's a plate. Let me see what y'all got. Collard greens, butter beans. You don't even eat my damn butter beans.
Today,
You don't eat my butter beans. Now you don't eat my butter beans.
James Stadium
in
Tampa, Florida.
Oh, that's how you feel?
It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
When someone helps, why GTA will never be the same again? In GTA 6, Rockstar introduces a world that remembers everything.
It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wait, are you
taking on the Atlanta Falcons?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Terrapin, their rookie quarterback from the University of Maryland.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in the age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
So here's every team that is going to win.
Run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a former Florida Gator at quarterback Kyle Trask.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
On 1st and 10, Trask. Got a man downfield. It's Hutton. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
A first carry for Rashad White. Had some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, and they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Bucs at 15-1 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window. Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test. Taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Dobson throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down. Dobson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division. Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Trask. He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Jake Camarda now. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Third and 4. Looking to throw. Dobson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Trash throw on target to Godwin here.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
On the draw, it's White. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Trask to throw it.
It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. On a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And his kick here is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. McLaughlin now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action. Dobson.
And complete to Drake London.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dobson.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Dobson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Kalijah Kancey.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Back to throw. Dobson, and that's going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And Godwin going to have a box first down as he'll take this up to the 12-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up and keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. If they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They run the draw play. This is White. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Trask now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up the 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think. Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Trask throw taken in by Evans here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now back to the ground game with White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's White. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Throwing. Trask. Touchdown! Chris Godwin with career touchdown number 60. And the Bucs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, about that.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue, because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Dobson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Dobson. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. This will be fielded at the 17. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Kyle Trask set and ready, leading the Buccaneers offense back out. The last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
Dancing away at the 35. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On play action, Trask. Looking downfield for Godwin. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards. Trask. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd down, Trask. And Evans Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Dobson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They start the drive with White, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Setting to throw. Here's Trask. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bucks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On the draw, here's White. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. And that game is tied 10-all in the 2nd quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Alvin Kamara, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Florida man, Kyle Trask. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC. To begin the second half with White. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Trask now. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Third and 3. Now Trask. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Trask now off the play fake. And a catch right side by Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They keep it on the ground. White again. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Trask. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. To throw is Trask. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Chris Godwin with with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. On first down, Dobson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Dobson. And his throw is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Wow, that is incomplete. So the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Kyle Trask bringing out the rest of the offense here.
He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
It's not a little chick. There's a full-grown chick.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Didn't he hurt her? Shut up, fool. Look, I didn't do it to you. He did. Wait. No, I'm saying she's trying to take it out on me as if I was the one who ran the con and was married to the con artist. Enough. I'm just saying. Try to say it inside your head. Look, I'm just saying. Shut up. Ain't gonna be too long. Shut up. You ain't even half on it. Shut the hell up.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
What is your Jamaican sound like this iron?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
What make you mean as hell? I would really hate to see that happen. She's such a nice lady. Get out of here, man. What? This wouldn't have happened.
He'll look to throw.
Had you stepped up your game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line.
Grandma, that's not what she needs today. You gonna learn today. You don't run after a woman that's upset.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta regains possession of the football. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Throwing to start the drive. Dobson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Trask on first down. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Dobson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On third down, Dobson. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will remain well behind.
This is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now in Tampa.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On the handoff, this is White. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
144 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
First down, here's White.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Dobson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Joe Tryon
buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. To throw on second down. Dobson.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And this offense on third down today, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Back to throw. Dobson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White.
171 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. On the give, it's White. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They'll try to throw now. Trask.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. On a handoff, it's White. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll set up to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fixed that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Dobson throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Dobson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken around the 12. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 5.
No, Signorama is your local sign.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines. Let's close this one out.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So fire the cannons.
You're just